So we were all pretty on board with taking a shot with an unknown, just because we think that, she had awesome potential. And obviously, I think Anna knew a lot about your tennis prowess, and the fact that, like you said, you went almost undefeated in really serious tennis competition. And I think that actually is something that really led to the fact that you were super calm, cool, and collected in your very first Major League Pickleball event. Like, that's not easy to do. What do you, I guess, what do you attribute that to? Like, were there nerves? Yeah, were you nervous? What?
I honestly didn't feel nervous. I just had so much fun, and I promise, like, that. I mean, that sounds crazy, but it was just so much fun. I definitely was in my element. I think I do better with people watching because it makes me focus every match. Like, if you put me on a backcourt, like, I'm more likely to be a little less focused. But I just love the environment. I love the energy. I think a big part of my game or in tennis, like when I was on South Carolina, they we were in trouble if and punished if we didn't cheer and if we weren't screaming after every point. So I was kind of bred that way. And MLP is a place where you're not judged for that. And I was definitely in my element of like top competition, just like, yeah, it reminded me exactly of the SEC. Because it was funny. A lot of people were like, she's never played MLP. Like, this is crazy. And I'm like, the SEC is kind of worse than the MLP. So, um, yeah.
How do those compare? Like championship match, that crowd, that energy, that pressure to, I don't know, like
So the
maybe like a
crowd was
decently
definitely
important
like, are you
SEC match.
like the SEC to MLP?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The crowd was definitely better in MLP. That's for sure. I
Better,
mean,
like nicer,
and no,
or
like there was a bigger one.
yeah, right.
It was, I mean, the squeeze fans were amazing. I mean, oh my gosh, they were so awesome. They were at so many matches. And in the SEC, there's not as many fans, but the difference is like you're with a team for 4 years working day in, day out for that moment. So it's just like a kind of a different feeling of because of, the teammates you have known for years and you work 3 to 4 hours a day together, like playing tennis. And it was just kind of a different meaning, but not that MLP didn't mean a lot. Like MLP was a huge deal, was amazing, but it was just like there's different journeys and signify different things in my opinion.
Sure. I think it's pretty interesting just going back, right? Like now that there is no relegation and promotion next year, it is just free agency, then that would not have factored in the decision to go for that higher upside pick. So
No, I
that
think it probably still would. I still think that the logic of boom or bust is present. It's I think it's still probably There's a lot of children.
Yeah. All right, that's a no comment. We'll take it as pretty big, and you definitely showed that up.
Con huevos. She plays con huevos.
Yeah. All right. So both of you, how does this rank in terms of career, whether it's pickleball or tennis, in terms of wins? Does this feel like this is the best win you've ever had? Does this feel like, it's really an achievement? And how does it compare to any other wins you've had in your past? Rachel?
It's up there. I mean, I love team events, so I'd say it's up there with the SEC championship for sure. Like, the feeling was awesome. The environment, the energy and environment just made it all better. Granted, I don't have any other pickleball wins, so, but it was great.
Yeah, for me, I would say it's definitely probably up there with the first MLP event. Just that being the very first time to win something like that, and it was another pretty big come from behind win with Rafa Paris and Irina. That was awesome. But this is also, I feel like, a little bit more meaningful because last year there was only half of the player pool, probably a little bit more than half the player pool. Now to win MLP with every single top player participating, that's a pretty cool accomplishment. And to do it having fought off a championship point and being down 2-0, like, that's a pretty epic comeback that might not be matched for a while.
All right, if you're in pickleball, you know Takea. They're everywhere. It's no secret that staying hydrated is key to playing your best. Just ask Riley Newman, who is always sporting his Takea water bottle. Guy literally brings it everywhere. From regulating your body temperature to keeping your cognitive function sharp on the court, hydration is your best teammate. And what better way to keep the precious H2O by your side than the Takea's innovative bottles, known for their best lid ever, which can keep water cold for over 26 hours. Perfect for the heat. Don't just take our word for it. Experience the Takea difference today. Visit TakeaUSA.com to find the perfect water bottle for you. That's TakeyaUSA.com.